Hi, how are you today? This is JilliBling. I have a project using some beautiful, yummy, lovely, luscious fall paper. What do you think? So this paper is, it's Blackberry Beauty. Let me see. Blackberry Beauty designer paper. And can you see the gold foil on it? So this side is pretty simple, no foil, but look at that. I think let's use this one today. Beautiful. Who would mix raspberry and pink polish? The birds, and then see the gold foil on here. Cinnamon cider. Look at that paper. Those leaves are just beautiful. I hope you could see how, yeah, you could see the foil. So this project, after working with these papers, I love them. New favorite. So on Pinterest, I saw a project similar to this by Stampin' Pretty, Mary Fish. She called it Blackberry Beauty Gatefold Card. Gatefold just means that these two centerpieces fold open, and it has a belly band. And she used different images, but she used this paper and gold foil. I was wondering why wasn't that going? There's a sticky right there. Okay, so then open it up. And you know, this die set, I'll show you in just a minute. I noticed that there's little oak leaves in there, and I thought, yeah, those are cute. But when you punch them out, there's a little bit of vein detail down the center of them. I think I love that best. And look how perfectly it matches with these leaves. Stampin' Up, good work. Just kind of fold it a little bit, and it'll slide right in there. And this is from the Work of Art, the ribbon that goes in that product suite. And it kept fraying on me, so this morning I put a little touch of glue on the end of these so they won't fray, which is kind of nice. And then each of these cards I'll show you, they have a little embellishment, and they're all the gatefold using different ribbons. So this one in this stamp is in the stamp set. And here's the little bling. They have a little bit of gold sparkle in them. So this one at first I didn't know that I liked it because I did the splatter stamp and stamped off. But now that it's done and it's got all these layers, love it. Okay. This one may be my favorite. The birds, just embossed in gold. Everything on this project is embossed in gold. And the little champagne rhinestones. Isn't that sweet? Okay. So that's the samples. Here's a stamp set, Beauty of Tomorrow. Very nice words in this stamp set. And the bird. Splatter. I wanted a few more word options, so I pulled out Tasteful Touches. This is like an old standby. I love these words. Oh, and this right here. Look at this die. I somehow wanted to use all of these oak leaves that would perfectly fit on here. But this card, this paper is already plenty busy. And me somehow adding this, I gotta do something with that, because if those little leaves came out so cute, I'm sure that this whole thing comes out lovely. Want to do something. I don't know quite yet what. And then these other two die sets are more just for the labels for the front, the belly band. And Stitch So Sweetly is for this die right here. It's stitched. The rest of this project isn't stitched, but that's okay. So let me go back to this other die set that is called Seasonal Layers. Do you notice how there is a perfect little hole for the ribbon to go through? You can't see it so well on this one. Okay, you can't see it so well on that one. Here we go. Right here. There's a little mini die that nests right into this big die, or any of them, to make it so it can be like a ribbon slide, ribbon running through it. And I'll show you about that here in just a minute too. Okay, so that goes through all the products we'll use. I'm going to get my score tool out. Here we go. I love this thing. So we'll use the new gold ribbon. What do they call this? Shimmer ribbon. It's beautiful. Gilded gold gems. They're just called gold gems. And I put a note on all of my packages of bling, like the champagne rhinestones, 3 bling per card. And that's only because at class sometimes people use like 30 of them, and then there's not enough for everyone. So 3 bling per card is perfect. Nice words. This is to stamp the words. Let's start with the scoring. So we're going to take all these pieces. We'll be using those. Okay, so for scoring, let me make sure you can see this up here with the measurements on it. There's my Blackberry Bliss paper and template. And I'm not sure what happened to my score tool. Somebody has it. If you have an extra score tool, let me know. It goes right here. Okay, so we're going to score at 2 1/8. Oops. By 3 3/8. Okay. And this template, you could just confirm that you scored in the right places. Okay, so let's make the gatefold of the card. And you saw how I used my scoring tool. If ever you score and it isn't perfect, you could kind of adjust it before you use your bone folder to confirm the folds. And I say that only because right up here, right now, I notice, I'll put this in so you can see, because you saw me use my score tool. Why is there a big gap there and no gap way down here? I don't know, but I can fix it. So first, I'm going to look up here, make sure that that's all level, score it or fold it. Use your bone folder. And then the same with this piece. I could see down here that it's a little bit off. I'll just pull right up here. Then score it. It's like, why does that happen? I use a tool, so it should be perfect. Okay, so now, let me make sure you can see that it is pretty much perfect. And I'm fine with there being a little gap. I'm fine with them perfectly close together. I'm fine with a little bit bigger of a gap, but I don't want them crooked, for sure. But that, very happy with that. Okay, so we have the gatefold done. So what other pieces do we have here? This is for stamping. I might as well get some of these things done as the papers come up. So I'm going to stamp the words. These words are from the set that goes with this paper. Beauty of Tomorrow. Some people are just likable. So, Versamark ink. Put that right there. Probably should do 2 while I'm at it. Someone will appreciate that. Okay, so now I'm going to put it in embossing powder. I probably should have used my embossing buddy. Okay, and I'll heat set that. Okay. Might have to do it a little bit more right there. Okay, so now I'm going to use the die, and with this bundle, there's a die for this one, for that, for the bird, and then for long words and shorter words. So in here, and I have washi tape on everything, it's kind of sticking. These two dies come with the die bundle. So I'll be using these right here, this one. And this one fits these words right here. Okay. So I have one thing done, and I could start layering my designer paper onto cinnamon cider, then onto the gatefold. That'd be good for Halloween. We've been working on Halloween cards this week. It's kind of fun. I think it was Becky that said, okay, you've done Christmas, you've done Halloween, are you going to do any fall? I'm like, yeah, that's coming. I was looking forward to using this bundle. Somehow I want to use that big die. I should just try it to see what it... I'm thinking if it was done in gold foil or some type of foil, that would be beautiful. So when layering these pieces, I would layer it right in the center, but this time I'm going to scooch it in toward the center just a little bit. And that's because once I get this other one on here, that's where it should go, but I'm scooching it in probably just like a 30-second, such a small amount. So this is a little bit bigger than I normally would let it be. This is smaller. But if I have both of them, this would be a really big Blackberry Bliss gap. So just trying to even it out just a little bit. So most of these papers in the designer pack are directional. So just an FYI, just don't put it upside down. I guess you could. It's a very random paper, but they do have a bit of a direction. Okay, so we're getting there. That needs stuff to make it pretty on top. Oh, so this thing, the label, let me show you that. Okay, so I cut it out, this paper here. And notice how I used washi tape to hold these little pieces in? So the washi tape will stay on there probably for 10-15 passes. Once it starts getting a little bit tired, I'll just put another washi tape over here on the other side. Because right now they're perfectly positioned. So the next 10 or 15 people that do this project, you just kind of peel it off. And look how it has the little notches in it for the ribbon. It's like a ribbon slide. And they kindly just fall out. But you could see how I have it all positioned in there. And I don't know that it's perfect, but it's close enough. So if you can, just leave it like that. Or get yours set up like this. And you can do it on the other dies. For instance, this one, you could put the little ribbon slides right anywhere you like. And you know, I think this bundle, hold on. This die set, this one fits here. I think this one is in here too. But there's also, if you have larger ribbon, those are little holes for ribbons too. It's a nice set. Oh, we'll be using this. Okay, so this is to cut out the label in gold. Okay, you see it happening? Okay, let's do the belly band. So the belly band is 9.5 by I think 1 3/4. So normally you would just take it, wrap it around, but I have a little bit of a trick for when you're getting ready to do belly bands. When you do a belly band, first of all, you don't want it too loose, because see this project here, how when I hold it up, the belly band stays on, but then you don't want it too tight where it is a pain in the behind trying to get it off each time. So just like if you had elastic waistband, you know how it fits just perfectly, not too tight, not too loose. That's what we're aiming for. Another thing is if you were just to start wrapping this around, chances are it would be crooked and these two ends would not meet up. So I have a trick for that. So take your card that you want the belly band to wrap around, just set it down, let your belly band fall to the ground, and get it somewhat even, and then wrap it around. And I'm purposely letting this bottom edge skim against my tabletop. Okay, so that is wrapped around, and let me check if it's, I think it's going to be the right tightness. So that will get us close to being where it needs to go. But notice here how my edges are not lining up. From here I'll take this, then use the bone folder. Then do the same with this side. Make sure, because this one is up a little bit high and missing here, just slide it down a little bit and fold it. Okay, so the belly band should be done, but I once again want to make sure it's not too loose or too tight. So there it is, folded how it should be. So if this was connected, it folds just right. There's just a little bit of resistance and it's straight. Okay, so that's my trick on belly bands. Now I will put adhesive. I want it underneath here, so I'm going to put a little bit right underneath this edge and then a little bit on this edge here. And that will get full coverage on the belly band inside without any overage. So as it's opened here, I put adhesive on this edge, right next to the edge of the paper, and then right here too. Make sure they're straight. Then, once again, let's just check if it's the right tightness. Okay, see how that slides? Good, but it's not falling off. Okay. Belly band, and it doesn't matter where the seam is because all this beautifulness will be covering it up. You just don't want the seam way over here, or no need to have it in the back if you have opportunity to cover it. Oh, where's that ribbon? That beautiful ribbon. Bling. Ribbon. So this one, I think it's easiest to tie a knot. If you tie a bow, many times it doesn't lay flat. It's like it goes sideways or something. So using my little ribbon slide area, I think I'm going to do just a knot. Okay, so it'll go about there. Wrap it around. Give me enough room to cut. Okay, so I'm going to start doing a little bit of attaching before I tie my knot. We'll deal with that one in a minute. Belly band is on there. This piece here, I'm going to just flip it over. That's so pretty. And I'm going to put dimensionals a little bit close to the ribbon, but not touching the ribbon. I certainly don't want the dimensionals hanging up on the card base, on the gatefold. Otherwise my belly band won't slide. So, but I don't want them to hold up the ribbon either. So right about there. Let me make sure you can see that. Yeah. And also raising it up using dimensionals, it gives the ribbon a little bit of room to move if needed. Okay, that was bad. Not on the top of the ribbon. All right. So because I didn't tack down the ribbon, I can just take this piece, put it right in the middle of the belly band. Okay, and now I could put this, make it into a knot. Ooh, I cut that a little bit close. Wonder if I could do it. I could do it. Okay. And this ribbon, I don't think it's going to fray. I think that's just because I was pulling it that it frayed, which is nice about this ribbon. But I'll just clean up those ends. Okay, beautifulness going on. It's a little bit loose, but I think once I get all the other layers on the inside, it will snug it up a little bit. It's not bad at all. Okay, so this label goes on. Half the time I did it this direction, the other half this way. I think right now, because I have so much gold going on, I'll put it on right here. And that, all the other times I was using dimensionals, I'll continue with that. And because I know this gold is hanging off the edge a little bit, I'm purposely keeping the dimensionals closer to the center because I don't want the stickiness of that to hang up the belly band. Okay, all these pieces are going to go to the inside. So right now all I have is the words. Those are kind of big words. I don't want them to cover up the ribbon because it's so pretty. Maybe I'll put it way down here. Okay, and I'm just going to put this on with glue or with adhesive. So right in the middle only. Okay. Oh, it's not centered though. Much too much room over there and not enough here. Woof. Okay, there it is. So this card I think I've used the bird, the little flower, the fern. You know, I keep on being gravitated toward flower, bird, fern, toward the those leaves. These leaves right here. So I think, can I just put leaves on the outside? Is it going to be too boring? There's four different sizes. Well, there's 4 dies. You know, I don't know that they're different sizes. These two here might be the same size, which is fine. Oh, maybe they're a little different. Excuse me. Okay, I think I'm going to do the outside with just leaves because the paper is a bit busy. Okay, that's going to be gold on gold. Oh, you could still see it, especially if I use a dimensional. Okay, I need a plan though. So this one can go here. This one here. And the little one, how about right there? I'm going to put it up on the edge on the, you know what, let me change that one. This one's a little bit bigger, but I'm purposely putting it up on the cinnamon and the Blackberry Bliss paper and the designer paper, like up here, so you know that, because it kind of all blends in. Okay, that's really sweet. But these are all going to go on with dimensionals, or mini dimensionals. Okay, or mini dimensionals. Maybe cut in half dimensionals. This isn't even the smallest leaf. Okay, that worked fine. This one could go here. Put on the big one. As much as I like these leaves, I'm thinking that big die is going to be magical. I need to do something with that. I'm liking it. This is a study in, well, I was going to say being monochromatic, but there are a few colors going on here. Understated elegance. So, on YouTube, did you notice I put on that, the questionnaire? What kind of Christmas cards do you like? Do you like whimsy, religious, classic, elegant? Elegant is the winner. Therefore, when I saw this paper, I thought, elegant. Need to do something with this. YouTube prompted me to do that. They said, here, you need to do this. It's like, okay. I don't know how to take it down or to refresh it or to do a different one. When they said that, I didn't know, well, what kind of poll should I take? I'm just a stamping girl. Okay. Is that too simple? Bling. Let's add 3 bling. More gold. Everyone needs more gold. Oops. Okay, just 3. Maybe those are acorns. Those are pretend acorns. Okay, so that's pretty. That's very classic. So for the inside, I know I want more leaves. And some people are just likable. I think there's another word set that goes with that. You're one of those people. Let's do that. With Versamark, you're one of those people. Okay. Then I need something else in here. How about that fern, the fern one, the fern stamp? That's pretty. Okay, get it into the embossing powder. And I kind of smeared that. Okay, just a minute. Okay, and then I'll have leaves on it. I kind of like that little raspberry freckle thing. This right here, that comes in the stamp set too. So let's do just a little bit with that. Just a little bit, maybe just at the bottom. Okay, not too much. Okay, so let's start assembling this. I think we're almost done. That didn't take too long. Oh, well, okay, this is good to know. I put dimensionals on these leaves. The belly band coming off, it keeps hitting the leaf, so kind of have to bend it a little bit. So maybe the leaves on the card base should go just flat, or not. Sure look cute while they're popped up. So the paper base is Blackberry Bliss. This is Rich Raspberry, and that's Cinnamon Cider. And then, of course, vanilla. Oh, this one looks smaller. I might have trimmed it. Okay, so that little freckle down there, that looks good. So let's put a few of these on. I have to come up with a plan first. How about if they're just kind of trickling down the side? You know what? I think they are different sizes. They are. Then I think I'll use liquid glue. If I used my tape runner, I would have kind of spider webs, because this is an intricate little die. And for right now, I'm just setting it there. In a minute, I'll make sure it's fully stuck. But right now, because the glue is all wet, it would probably just pop up. So I'll let it dry, get the glue a little tacky. In about a minute, it'll be ready to stick down. Because I have all these layers, I have a little bit more real estate to go off into there, and that kind of sets off and accentuates the gold foil, the leaf outline. Okay, so that is it. I will put the paper cut sizes and all the products used right over here on my blog. My blog is JilliBling.com, and I'll do that probably tomorrow. And I thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the like button. I do watch that, so I know what you're interested in and what you like to see more of. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.